everyone and welcome back to Interlagos for free practice 2 for the penultimate round of the 2015 CRC World Championship in what is going to be a crucial session for these teams and drivers. And the reason for that is yesterday's session was a complete and utter washout, but it's dry now, so today's session I think is going to be a case of all the teams and drivers basically making up for lost running here at the Interlagos circuit. I think we should expect the long runs today because they prioritise the long runs over the quali sims, because the long runs are, it's the race day where they get the points. So it's going to be interesting to see how this is going to play out. This is easily the big news from this morning when the announcement came from MAT, who will compete under the Mossad name next year, that Abby Leggett has been signed as their second driver and has actually become the second rookie to be confirmed on the CRC grid for 2016. And that announcement really we did see coming, didn't we? I mean, Abby Leggett, she's done a reasonable job in CGP2 this year. So it's really not surprising that we are going to see her in that car for next year. Of course, driving alongside the experience of Matthew Tewson. But Leggett was actually saying that her goal is to actually outpace Tewson next year. If she can do that and outpace the experience of Tewson, then that could really gain the attention. Of course, MAT are hoping to become a top team, or Mossad, as they are. They are hoping to become a top team. So but if Leggett can outpace Tewson next year, that would really give her a good image. If Leggett can outpace, of course, former championship contender as well, Tewson is. So he's highly motivated. And we're underway. And unsurprisingly, we have a hype of activity at the start of FP1. Many cars already going out. Dan Phillips going out onto the circuit. Of course, everyone desperate to get out there. Already got a yellow out there. Someone appears to have... Someone's obviously had some issue. Probably on the pit exit. It's Tom Mungle's has stopped on pit exit. So that is his session at an end. Oh, that could be an absolute disaster for him. Turning the audio up a little bit just to make it sound a bit more realistic. But that could prove to be a disaster for Tom Mungle, who has lost basically all this running. As Dan Phillips heads up to the seat of the Largo, the second of the two DRS zones. into the Ferradura. The first dry running they have had all weekend, so this is going to be absolutely vital running. For these drivers. As Dan Phillips heads past the lake on the right hand side, now into the very fast section. And across the line to a 13.5, so we're already, obviously as expected, Chantal Hawk beats him to a 1:12.8. Quite a way up from where we were yesterday. Obviously, that's not surprising, considering the fact that here is Lucas Quintanilla, who leaves the garage in his DMAD engineering car. Now getting the blue flags to allow the Shantana of Chloe Carter through. Obviously, the home favourite had a massive cheer when he was the first to leave the garage in yesterday's session. One thing I also can't help but notice is how green the grass is around here at the moment this weekend. Clearly been replanted, just how obviously resaturated. Chloe Carter's gone third in the Shantana. Here we're on board with Kieran Hardy. It was no surprise to see everyone in an absolute rush to get out. So many cars going out extremely quickly. Kieran Hardy starts a flying lap heading into the Senna S as Alex Moores now goes to the top of that 1:12.2. A few guys, including Walesi, has not gone out on track yet. Here is Lucas Quintanilla in the DMAD engineering, coming to cross the line to go into 9th place in the DMAD engineering. He's got so much support for him this weekend, has Lucas. Here's Lucy Woodward, who's on lap, who had a very impressive showing, well, another impressive showing at the Circuit of the Americas to bring that car home into 4th place. Another very strong drive from Lucy Woodward. She has had so many problems with her car this year, but she has been very impressive this year, has Lucy Woodward. Once again, proving that she's kind of a bit of a wasted talent in that Baronesso. She should be in a race-winning car. And she goes up into 5th place in the Baronesso. Walesi has finally gone out onto onto the track. Moss is ahead, who he might, the Moss and RTS that he might have got yellow out there somewhere. Something has happened. Oh, Matthew Towson spun it and he's been collected. That is going to completely, and that is his session done. So, on Elliot Everson, what was Elliot Everson doing there? What was he doing? It's completely cut across. I really do not know what was on his mind at that time, but clearly it wasn't where Towson was, where his mind was. And now Estie's being tapped round. And this can be his session over as well. He's been... And yes it is, so Estie's not going to set a time. That's going to lose him running. I think now we know who's going to top this session. Glad this is not the race. It's an incident involving Harvey Williams and Will Estley, and Towson's also lost running as well. I mean, what happened there is actually good that it's happened now and it's not happened in the race for all Estley fans. Toby Jones exits the pit lane. Of course, this is what you expect from a Friday, from a Thursday session when there's long runs. As Duran crosses the line. But tomorrow I guess we're going to get a full indication as to which the Nasarocas are faster, but because we're not going to get one today. Because Essie's not going to set a proper time. Lucas Quinton, the home driver, rounding out the top 10. Here's David Bland. Of course, his teammates, David Bland's having to do all the work. For Tove now, as his teammate's not going to set a time in this session. Alex Moores goes down the inside of the Guindana. It would be interesting if some instance like this happened in qualifying. Not really much going on at the moment in this session. Alex Moore still top position. Toby Jones on the lap. In the Master Force. Now into this section of the track. I'm sure this will be top 10 for Toby Jones. 10th for Toby. There's Chantal Hawk behind Lucas Quintanilla. Of course, Wesley's not going to set a time in this session. It's a very crowded track, and I think being held up will be a problem come qualifying. The reason why it's a bit of an incident with the speed tech of James Casey. Of course, 2 less cars than that we're used to seeing. Here's David Bland. No one really improving at the moment. David Bland's Tove. It's all those red highlights. Really standing out. Here into Lagos. Oh, well, Essie's going on track. I thought he had not got to the pit, I swear. I swear he hadn't even got to the pits. Well, clearly he did. Then he wouldn't be going out on track. I think that's bad for him. It's forcing him to move over for all these cars now. And it's going to force him to do so on the straight. And even spins it in the process of trying. He's trying to stay to the outside. Now he's got the speed down the straight. He's going to have to lap, even though it was a bit compromised at the start, so he will get a lap in now. Don't think it's going to be faster than Alex Moore. as he heads into the middle sector. Now, no one's improving. Could this maybe indicate a 3-stop come Sunday? I'm presuming this will be second at least. From Wesley. It's fastest, the 12-1. Despite it being compromised at the start of the lap. That was impressive from Will. And he's going for an even faster one now. Of course, it's a different pit lane to what they had last year. Obviously, it's got the new pit entrances they have in F1. He lost the 10th in that sector. So that shows that maybe we are in for a 3-stop, but this, if he can get a toe, this might make him faster. No, it doesn't. Slow him down. At 12-4. So 10 minutes ago it's Wesley. We thought session was over. It's Essie that's fastest. They're all lapping over a second off their previous best. Of their best minutes. That maybe does show it might be a 3-stop. So no one's really improving. I don't think we're going to see many improvements for the rest of the session. I think it's tomorrow where we could see an interesting session. Kieran Hardy heads up towards the Cedar del Lago. Now into Pinarino. Up towards Beak de Pato. Young Cow, where Kimi Raikkonen got lost. Up towards the line. Still 3/10 off, 9/10 off his previous best, and that was a clear run. Alex Moore's definitely getting a toe, but a run on Lucy Woodward. We're actually getting a run on the toe. In a very good first sector. Unless he was really compromised. It might be an improvement, but doubt it. Just the tyres. Yeah. Look how much he was oversteering off of Young Cow. Now into turn 1. Let's see if Essie's still got something left in his tyres. Up towards the Ferragura goes Will Essley. Pinarino into Beaker de Pato. It's a Young Cow. That's a great camera angle. Now up towards the line. There's not enough left in those tyres for improvements. Across the line, 6/10 down. Obviously Tom Longle's not going to set any times. Here is the home driver, Lucas Quintanilla. Of course, with all the crowd behind this weekend, he got a lot of pressure this weekend as Lucas. Heading into Pinarino. Up towards Beaker de Pato, now up towards Majulo. Into Young Cow. Getting the car onto the curve now. Up to the pit straight, or what's effectively a pit straight, into the fast section. Kind of like an IndyCar oval. Yellow out there somewhere. Oh, we got an incident there. What's happened here? Max and Begala's had some sort of trouble. Oh, we went to stay ahead of Kerry Ann Peace. Got onto the curb and spun it. He's behind the RTS. Another yellow out there somewhere. Oh, that is the Mossad. Where did he go off? How on that happened here? We got bashed around by Coons. Going onto the curb, bit of contact, and he just loses it. Another yellow, so many yellow flags, another yellow out there again. Involving Kieran Hardy. He lost it. He actually managed to lose the car and crash at Beacon Pato, even in a good session. That shows the tyres up seat maybe are going. Carter's in the pits. And she went straight back in. This is an indicator that the tyres don't last that long round here. She's gone back out now though. But it's Wesley who's at the moment top of the session. In the Yanataroka. He heads into the pits. A 1:12.175 was set by Wesley in this session. He has taken the top spot once again, proving Yanataroka once again. It's expected to be Yanataroka domination once again, but it's Esley that's topped the timesheets in the first dry session of the weekend. He only managed 12 laps, did Will. It was after 20 laps that Chloe Carter went into the pits. But that is the end of FP1, FP2 I mean. Feels like FP1, seeing as yesterday's session was not a normal session at all, where it was an absolute washout. Of course, we have Practice 3 coming up tomorrow, and then we've got qualifying. Practice 3 is where I think we should expect to see some of the drivers do, the majority of the drivers do their qualifying sims. and that's where they're going to practice for qualifying. And then of course qualifying later tomorrow in the afternoon, where at 4 o'clock the green light will go on for the session at 4 o'clock. And that is it from FP2, and we'll see you tomorrow for free practice 3 and qualifying. Goodbye.